Hi, my name is Kate and welcome to my channel. Today I want to introduce my guest. She's a midwife, Rachelle Garcia Seliga, and she is also an author and trainer of innate postpartum care certification training. In this series of conversation with Rachelle, we talk about birth, postpartum, anxiety and fear, and postpartum depression. So welcome to Rachelle.
What does birth is actually doing to a woman? What is the effect, the deep effects it has?
Birth imprints us for life, right? So as the woman, as the mother giving birth, and as the baby being born, our experience of that birth is going to mark us for life. And so as the baby coming in, there's different ways to say it. One of my dear friends, an elder midwife, her name's Wapio, and she talks about from ancient Egyptian midwifery, that the way that it was explained, it was like when we're in our mother's wombs, the music is being recorded. And then when we're born, we're just playing out the music that was already recorded from being in the womb. Mm-hmm. So in pre and perinatal psychology, they would say the same thing, just using different language, right? That how we are responding to life, our construct is really shaped by our experience in the womb, which is shaped by our mother's felt experience of when she was pregnant, right? So birth is the culmination of this experience of the imprinting of the future generations, right? So it's like a mother-baby participation. Mother is baby's first environment because everything that mother feels, the baby is going to feel. And then that is going to form who that baby is, like on a biochemical level. And for a mother, her birth, our births, we'll remember them for the whole of our lives, right? Our births imprint us. And I feel like the design of birth is that it's meant to imprint us with a complete expansion of our capacities, with that felt sense of, as a woman, I can do anything. Mm-hmm. And with a felt sense of like birthing ourselves into the honorable role of mother, and the dignity and the self-respect that should be coupled with what it means to be a mother, right? Like that's the design. And that happens when there's physiologic birth, when a woman feels through her birth that she came through that deeply fulfilled, deeply connected, nourished, and in her own power, right? So that's the design. It's not what's happening for a lot of women, right? So what's happening for a lot of women is like coming through birth traumatized and disoriented, and quite opposite of feeling in our power. It's feeling disconnected from who we are, feeling disempowered. And so like that. But the design, the physiologic design, when women are able to birth in an environment that is supportive and conducive to our physiology, which is a felt sense of safety, a felt sense of privacy, an environment that nourishes all of our senses. You think about an environment in which you would want to make love in. It's the environment that is necessary to give birth in. So when birth can happen within that kind of context, because that is actually like the quote unquote safest birth could ever be. People always want to talk about the safety of birth, but when we understand that there's an actual design for birth, and the way that we support that design or not creates an environment of safety or not for birth to happen. So, a felt sense of safety, privacy, darkness, having like witnesses with you, but not being observed, right? Because there's a difference there. Feeling nourished, but not being meddled with. This is what is required for physiologic birth to happen. And when it does happen like that, even it doesn't mean to say that the birth is going to be quote unquote easy or that it's going to look a certain way, but that is the environmental construct that places a woman in the center of her own experience and what gives us the potential for a beautiful imprinting in our entrance into motherhood.